Welcome back. You're watching the Gadgets and Gizmos show with me, SIDDHARTHA Sharma. Now, a couple of weeks back, Motorola came out with the all-new Motorola Moto E, a budget smartphone that made a lot of waves in the Indian market. So what do we think about this new budget smartphone? Well, up next, Sahil Maniktala gets you the entire lowdown on that.
To say that Motorola is on a roll would be somewhat of an understatement, because this company has risen from the ashes like a phoenix. After the tremendous success of the Moto X and the Moto G, this company has now come out with the all-new Moto E, which at a price tag of 7,000 rupees is undoubtedly one of the cheapest handsets available in the Indian market.
At such a low price, the Moto E undoubtedly makes some compromises. Its 4.3-inch display is much smaller than that of the Moto G, and the 540 by 960 resolution gives a lower pixel density of 256 ppi. But despite a lower screen resolution, the Moto E offers a scratch-resistant display that is both colorful and bright, with some pretty decent viewing angles. Motorola has also cut a few corners in the camera department, as the phone does not come with a front-facing camera, which means that selfies are out of the question with this one. The fixed focus back camera is only 5 megapixel and lacks LED flash. Images taken from the handset are certainly not spectacular, but also not too shabby.
So when it comes to the design of the Moto E, Motorola has gone for a very conventional yet very nice and simple design on this one. It's very attractive. It comes with round curved edges and you get a nice rubber-clad back finish to it. And it also feels very light in the hand. So if you're someone who's weight conscious, then you might actually end up liking this phone.
The back panel of the phone can be swapped for interesting colors should you choose to customize it. Underneath, you'll find 2 SIM slots and a micro SD card slot. The device also has a water-repellent nano coating that should make it resistant to the odd splash of water or rain. Considering the price, we didn't expect the most powerful CPU, and indeed, the Moto E offers a middle-of-the-road specification. It has a dual-core 1.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 200 processor, 1 GB of RAM, and only 4 GB of onboard storage, which is expandable up to 32 GB via micro SD card. However, despite the relative modest specs, the Moto E feels mostly snappy and responsive. It runs on stock Android KitKat 4.2, which results in good performance, and 1 GB of RAM means multitasking is not affected, and you can still do gaming and multimedia with ease. Connectivity-wise, the handset skips on the USB OTG functionality, but does come with USB 2.0, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and 3G support on both SIMs. Plus, the Moto E gives great battery life, as the 1980 mAh battery will easily give you a full day's worth of usage.
So overall, the Moto E checks all the right boxes. It might not have the best camera or the best specs or the best display, but for a price tag of 7,000 rupees, you're getting great value for money. Basically, this phone is meant for beginners, and for that, it does its job brilliantly.
Now, Motorola also came out with another smartphone this year, the Motorola Moto G, which was a big hit among Indian consumers. But there's one more smartphone in its competition that is grabbing some eyeballs. Yes, we are talking about the all-new XOLO Q1010i. And up next on the show, we get you a review on that. Smartphone maker XOLO has added another mid-segment Android smartphone to its collection by launching the XOLO Q1010i. Priced under Rs 12,000, this is an updated version of the XOLO Q1010 and aims to compete with the best in the market. This dual SIM smartphone supports a sleek design and comes with attractive metallic side edges and 3 capacitive buttons below the display. It supports a volume rocker on the left side and a power button on the right, while the speaker is placed at the back of the phone. On the lower panel, you also get a USB charging port. Design lines are simple and the build quality is quite decent enough. The XOLO Q1010i offers a 5-inch HD IPS OGS display supporting 1280 by 720 pixel resolution. The screen displays rich and vibrant colors and has very good viewing angles. Touch response is excellent. And as a bonus, the screen is also protected by Asahi scratch-resistant glass. In terms of specifications, the XOLO Q1010i is powered by a 1.3 GHz MediaTek quad-core processor backed by 1 GB of RAM. The handset runs on Android 4.2 Jelly Bean and is upgradable to the latest KitKat version. There is also an internal storage space of 8 GB and microSD support of up to 32 GB. Connectivity features include 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and USB OTG. Performance-wise, this smartphone proved to be quite efficient. We did not experience any lags while browsing apps or navigating on the device, and it handles most high-end games rather well. The device runs on a non-removable 2250 mAh battery, which will also give you about 10 hours of talk time on 3G connection, which is not too bad for a smartphone in this price range. The most standout feature of the XOLO Q1010i is undoubtedly its 8-megapixel autofocus rear camera with Sony EXMOR R sensor that offers top image quality, especially in low light conditions. The back camera is also capable of full HD video recording and is supported by an LED flash. A front 2-megapixel shooter is also present for taking selfies. Some nifty features are also included. You can now draw E on the lock screen to launch browser, C for dialer and M for camera directly from the lock screen. It works very efficiently and it is a fun way to launch apps. The gesture controls really work on this smartphone. So basically, with an attractive 5-inch HD display, decent battery life and a promising camera, the XOLO Q1010i has everything going for it. In fact, at a generous price tag of Rs 11,730, it is a cheaper but good value for money alternative to the Moto G, which offers similar specs, but unlike the Moto G, this one comes with a superior camera.
And with that, it's time for us to say goodbye on this edition of Gadgets and Gizmos show. If you have any comments, suggestions or queries, tweet us at HLTGizmos. You can also email us on htgg@aajtak.com. We'll see you same time, same place next week. But for all the news and updates, keep watching Headlines Today.